Shalom Akim, Shalom, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushua, Bahashim Rakal Kradash. Alright. Double honors once again to the apostles of Great Millstone. Alright. For teaching me this truth, and who rule well. This is now Mom. Alright. And wow, if this doesn't seem suspicious, I don't know what does. It says Professor researching COVID-19 was killed in an apparent murder suicide, officials say. Alright, this is him right here being lewd. It says a University of Pittsburgh professor on the verge of making very significant findings researching COVID-19, all right, was shot and killed in an apparent murder suicide over the weekend. All right, let's get the definition of that word apparent. All right, and for this purpose, we're going to go through all three. It says readily seen as an adjective, readily seen or visible, readily understood, clear or obvious. And this is the one for this lesson. It says appearing as such, but not necessarily so. Seeming. That's what they're really telling you. All right. It says the research assistant professor, identified as Bing Liu, was found in his townhouse Saturday. Now listen to this. With gunshot wounds to the head, neck, torso, and extremities, according to the Ross Police Department. Now what does that sound like to you? Sounds like someone tortured the hell out of him before they decided to go ahead and kill him. Trying to get whatever other information he had regarding what he was researching, and possibly where all his research was, so they could either get it or destroy it. All right. Again, the research assistant was found in his townhouse Saturday with gunshot wounds to the head, neck, torso, and extremities. And I'm be willing to bet that that happened in reverse order than what they're giving it. Otherwise, like I just said, he was tortured. He said investigators believe an unidentified second man who was found dead in his car shot and killed Liu in his home before returning to his car and taking his own life. Really? What's that expression? Well, it's two. It said it's it was too much of a coincidence to be coincidence. And the second one being, what's the first rule of assassination? Do away with the assassin. Dead men tell no tales. All right. It says police believe the men knew each other, but say there is zero indication that there was targeting due to Liu being Chinese. All right. That's not what popped in my head when I first read this. You know, they're going to spin this to their advantage, or try to. All right. That's not, like I said, that's not the first thought I had, and I'm willing to bet many others. All right, it says the university issued a statement saying it is deeply saddened by the tragic death of Bing Liu, a prolific researcher and admired colleague at Pitt. So, guy apparently was gifted. It says the university extends our deepest sympathies to Liu's family, friends, and colleagues during this difficult time. See, we're at the point where Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is being exposed on all levels. All right. He's still trying to hang on to his kingdom. So, hey, for all of you that believe that this devil was so upright and upstanding, all right, well, you're in for a rude awakening, all right, because this man doesn't want to go down. He's got all these people fooled into believing in some virus that's highly contagious, and got everybody acting like idiots. You got to wear a mask wherever you go. All right. This is one huge psyop. All right. This is a dry run. This is a live drill, if you will, for what possibly come down the pike later. I just want to see how people react. All right. So this guy comes around, a researcher. All right. And apparently he was on to something. What it was, we may never know. All right, let's get some scriptures here, because like I said, he's being revealed. soon as this loads. Alright, let's go to 2 Corinthians 2. And this is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. In this case, we're talking about his representatives on the earth, all right? His physical component, extension. You know, the nation of Edom, the wicked, Malachi 1st chapter, verses 1 through 4, all right? It's letting you know who that is. All right, so we're talking about human adversary. All right, it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Let's go into that once again. So that device there is Strong's G 3540.
Strong's G 3540. Naima.
All right, a mental perception, thought. All right, an evil purpose. It's talking about lob, you know, your heart. That which thinks the mind, thoughts or processes. All right, that's what he's all about. It says the intellect, disposition itself, device, mind, thought. All right. So he's constantly plotting. All right, how to get an advantage over you. This guy comes along. Oh no, we can't let whatever he was working on get out. All right. It says Bing was on the verge of making very significant findings toward understanding the cellular mechanisms that underlie SARS-CoV-2 infection and the cellular basis of the following complications. His colleagues at the University Department of Computational Systems Biology said in a statement. All right. So he was getting down into the workings of this to its minute detail. It says members of the University School of Medicine describe their former colleague as an outstanding researcher and mentor and have pledged to complete Lou's research in an effort to pay homage to his scientific excellence. Until they finally sit down and wait a minute. If they hadn't already. Of course, you know, this is from the university. I bet the motherfuckers are like in seclusion. Oops, smart. All right. You know, afraid. All right. So, yeah, whatever. Let me get some more. Oh, yeah. Since I already brought that out, this is 2 Thessalonians chapter 2. I'll start at 3. It says, let no man deceive you by any means. And a lot of that has been going on, all right? For that day shall come, except there come a falling away first, all right? And that man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition, all right? Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called the Most High. You know, his policies reflect that, all right? Look at all the things that he's for. He's in complete contradiction to the scriptures. All right? What the law, statutes, commandments say not to do, he's all for. All right? Isaiah 10 and 1, Isaiah 5 and 20 through 22. All right? It says, or that is worship, so that he as the Most High sitteth in the temple of the Most High. All right? Shewing himself that he is the Most High. Isaiah 14th chapter, Ezekiel 28th chapter. All right? It says, verse 5, remember ye not that when I was with you, I told you these things, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work, only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right? This is what he was set up to do. And Job 14:5 says he's not going to, well, let's get it real quick. That boundary that was set for him, he's not going to. This is Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, which is what we're now in, that time, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So he knows his time is short. All right. So that's why you're going to see some. Oh man, it's going to be an interesting summer. All right. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, which we do various days of the week, all right, every week on highways and byways on the corners, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." Real quick, this is Hosea 6 and 5. It says, "Therefore have I shewed them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth, and thy judgments are as the light that goeth forth." All right. So I'm going to close out here real quick. Let's see, where was I? All right. "Even him," verse 9, 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 9, it says, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders." All right. "And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved." So with that, I'm running out of time right here. I think I had 1 John 2:15. So with that, once again, I hope whoever sees this is edified. All right. Hey, time is short. All right. So get this in your head while you can. All right. Isaiah 33:6. "Wisdom and knowledge shall, sustain in when these times we're in now. Everything's about to kick off. All right. So with that, once again, call halal Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rekal Kodash. All right. Once again, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Taught me this truth. Who were well. All right. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and byways, pushing this truth with all honesty and sincerity, while trying to wake up the remaining, hopefully elect. So with that, Shalom, Bob Ball.